Hey, it's Tanya,
And it's Tosh.
and we are
Tangry girls.
Tangry Girls. So happy Monday. It's Monday, and it's beautiful out here on this fall day. So, Tosh, whew, it's been a week, right?
It's definitely been a week. On a scale of 1 to 7, how tangry are you, my friend?
Oh, girl, I'm an 8.
What did I tell you about adding the numbers?
I know, right? Me not paying attention again and following directions. Okay, so Tosh, on a scale of 1 to 7, how tangry are you?
Let's just say I'm 5 living in grace, but I have had moments this week when I was probably like a 9.
Oh, so are you going to tell us? So Tosh, what are you tangry about? What's going on?
Well, I don't know. I'm not tangry anymore, but I was tangry. And that's one of the things that's important is, that sometimes you're good and then sometimes you're not.
Yeah.
And so,
So what triggered you?
what didn't trigger me is a question.
And what did you do? Because you know Jesus and you were reverend.
I know, but you know what? I went off. Not badly on somebody, but I didn't receive the question they were asking me because I was kind of in my own head
Yeah.
of what they were asking me and when they were asking me, and so I had a bit of a tangry moment. But you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I had a friend call me.
Oh, you did?
You know who called me?
Oh, who? Was she nice and lovely and caring and sweet?
Nah, she was ish.
Are you talking about Tanya?
I'm talking about Tanya.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah, so Tanya called me and said, I heard what you said, and I don't think you heard that person correctly. What they were saying was this. This is what I heard. And I said, ooh.
Okay, I'm confused. So, what was your tangry moment? You're going to have to explain. Maybe people don't understand. I mean, I understand since I talked her down the ledge.
Well, we were kind of in the midst of a bunch of different things at one time. And somebody asked me about something that needed to be done.
Right.
And because I am a perfectionist, I thought what they were asking me, they were saying I had not done something. When
Oh.
I was really trying to clean something up. But the way they asked me, I thought the other people in the situation would think that I had something that I had not done rather than I was fixing something.
Okay, so we're going to break it down in layman's terms. So sometimes because of your own junk, right?
My own junk,
Okay. And sometimes because of your own insecurities.
my own insecurities.
And then sometimes because you live in perfectionism.
I live in perfectionism.
You can't hear things?
True. Sometimes I can't hear stuff. And it's funny because it's not so much that I can't hear it, I don't hear it correctly. And all of us do this. Well, we hear something, but we hear it through the lens or the context that we can receive it based on the emotions that are running through us at the time.
Right.
And I think it wasn't even so much what the person said or what they were saying it, but I was just worried about all the other dynamics of how other people would interpret it rather than really concentrating on the person, their heart, and what they were asking me.
Yes. So you were too into maybe your own insecurities and just wanting everything to be perfect and for them maybe to see you.
No, you know what? It wasn't them seeing me. I think it was just more like the aspect of.
Okay, so maybe not seeing you, but you have such a deep heart and such a deep passion for the Lord and for the church.
Yeah.
That
I don't want somebody to think that I didn't do something I was supposed to do for the Lord. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And there's so much pressure, right? And
Right.
particularly, when you're in ministry to show up and to show up fully, and that sometimes, we get in our own way.
I always get in my own way.
Girl, I get in my own way. And there are also real forces that want to get in our way.
Right.
But sometimes somebody is for us.
And sometimes they're against us.
And sometimes people are for us, and we are so into the people who are kind of, doing stuff
Yeah.
that we don't hear somebody correctly.
Yes.
And
yes.
so, you know how we always say that you're the ish?
Yes.
I'm the ism.
Ooh, tell me what. What? You're an ism?
I'm an ism.
That doesn't sound good.
I
What is
know
that?
we all have issues.
We do all have issues.
So I'm learning to release that perfectionism, you know.
I know, but
But
you are perfect, baby.
I know I got a lot of
Girl.
issues. You know, I always say
Yeah,
I'm a
you
hot mess for.
perfect in my heart.
I know. I always say I'm a hot mess for Jesus. But you know, it's funny. The other thing that I think I'm learning about ministry is they always tell us to not do ministry out of our vulnerabilities or our insecurities
Oh,
or our unmet needs. And and I think there are sometimes even when you try to be conscious of that,
yeah.
you still run into all three of those things because you can't do ministry without being real.
Without being you.
Without being real. Yeah.
Right, like what's in there. Because, I mean, let's face it, we want everybody to like us.
Girl, ain't that the truth? And but you have to release that, right? You have to
It's called
totally.
people pleasing.
Yeah, well, and sometimes you get beyond people pleasing, and you just want to be like, and you know, let's just be real here. There is a part of me that realizes that when you're in a role like mine, where women have not been in ministry traditionally and been in certain roles, and then especially when you add that being a person of color, you know that you represent in many cases not just yourself,
But
but you
everybody.
represent people who have the potential to come after you. And
Yes.
so in that moment, you have a lot of weight on your shoulders.
You do.
And for one person, it's just like one little thing, but you're like, no, I got all these other people got to come up behind
I
me.
got all this. I mean, it's like being a mom too, right?
Yeah.
You know, where you're just thinking like you're in that moment, and your kids are saying something and everything, and then, I mean, I know you don't do this, but sometimes I blurt out stuff out of
Yeah.
anger, and then I'm like, oh, I record, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, because it's just, I want to be a good mom. I want to make sure that I'm there for everyone and everybody and everything, and sometimes more, I forget about Tanya. I
Yeah.
forget about me.
Yeah.
But, you're leading, every mom and every woman, every wife, or wherever you are in life, it's not about yourself. It's who comes after you.
Yeah, and it's funny because like so we want to also talk about something that happened today on the way in.
Oh,
So on the
yes.
way in, I was trying to get onto the highway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in trying to get on the highway, there was a van that was on the highway, and I just needed the van to get over so that I can merge on.
Yes.
Now, I was trying to figure out why
Get
the
over.
I was trying to figure out why the person didn't move over because there was no traffic.
No traffic.
There was nothing keeping them from getting over, right?
Right.
And then when they got in front of me, they had on the back of their car in really big letters, more of he and less of I. So they were clearly trying to say that they were a Christian,
Yeah.
but that but they weren't represented by what they were doing.
Right, because they didn't let you
They
over.
didn't let me over.
They
But you know
wanted you to
what?
like run off the side of the road.
But here's the thing that was funny.
What?
They stayed in that lane. So it wasn't just that they were not willing to get over to let me over.
Yeah.
They were committed to staying in that lane, and it had nothing to do with me.
Maybe they weren't paying attention. But
No, they were committed to staying in that lane because I traveled some time and they were still in that lane. And that's what we have to be careful of because, you and your ish and me and my ism, we have a way of being
yeah.
and we're committed to staying in that lane.
Yeah. Ooh.
And there's sometimes we got to get over
We
in
have to.
order to make it so that somebody else can get on board.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I can't be committed to just one lane.
No. And
What
I
if
can't
I love a
either.
fast lane girl? Okay, I like a left hand. Not that no, I do not speed. Sometimes I do. Okay, if I'm in a hurry, I'm always in a hurry. Okay, so I do speed. If there are any cops watching this, don't pull me over, and if you do, have some grace. Because I'm speeding in the name of Jesus. Okay.
Oh Lord, that's true. She does come in on two wheels to
I
worship.
do. I'm
to
thinking,
worship.
yeah,
Everything.
everything. It's like
Everything.
I'm speeding for the
And
Lord
y'all remember that she drives she's a little girl in a big car.
in a big car,
So
So
she does come in hot.
so if I don't, if I don't get over,
If you don't get over sometimes, you don't allow other people to take the space that they need to take.
mm,
And sometimes we got to be less committed to staying in our lane as much as we've got to be more committed like Christ to making room for other people.
Make room for other people.
Yeah.
I think we can end there. So, wow. So that's going to make me think, where in my life am I just so committed to staying in this one lane?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not letting anybody over.
Yeah. And I'm doing the same thing because, you know, I want to be somebody that really walks in the love of God.
Yeah,
And there was a time in my life where I just saw that in one way,
yeah.
but God is just opening up so much more to me and letting me see that there's so many more lanes
There's so many more lanes.
and there's room for me to move over so that other people can just get on the highway
Mm,
at whatever speed they need to travel.
make room.
Make room.
Make room.
My friends,
Yes.
I hope that you will make room this week.
Yeah, and I hope that you will. Where in your life are you stuck in a lane? And is it the right lane that God is calling you to? Right?
Yeah.
And
But most of all, stay tangry.
stay tangry. That's right. So we look forward to coming with you again with another tangry moment, and we'll see. We'll see you. So click. You like this? Of course you do, because we're good. We got the ism. We got the ish. Right. So click that. That easy for me to say. Click your subscribe
Say.
button.
Not even see.
Click that red button at the bottom, okay? And so you could get updated on all of our videos and comment, like, share. We're just two real women. We're not trying to be righteous. What are we trying to be?
Real.
Real. So next time, have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay tangry.
Stay tangry. I'm still learning this clicker. My clicker's not working. So
How about you just click the button instead of working
I'm
with
going
your
to click the
fancy-
button because I'm the producer.